Listen, everybody's always running around screaming, we've got to save the planet. Save the Earth! As if the Earth is sitting in the ICU, hooked up to life support, waiting for us to recycle a few plastic bottles so it can pull through. The arrogance. The planet's been around 4.5 billion years. Survived meteors, supervolcanoes, ice ages, magnetic pole reversals, and it's still spinning. And here we are, a bunch of hairless monkeys with Wi-Fi, thinking the planet is in trouble because we forgot to bring our own shopping bags to the grocery store. The Earth doesn't need saving. You do. Your ass is on the line. The planet? The planet will shake us off like a bad case of dandruff and keep on rolling. Think about it. The Earth has had oceans that boiled, skies that rained fire, entire continents ripping themselves apart. Dinosaurs ruled for 180 million years. Then a rock shows up, boom, gone. Do you think the planet called a press conference? Ladies and gentlemen of the galaxy, please light a candle for the dinosaurs. They didn't have time to invent solar panels. No, the planet shrugged, grew some mammals, and moved on. It's like a landlord renting out space. One set of tenants trashes the place, fine. Kick them out, patch the drywall, new tenants move in, it doesn't cry about it. Meanwhile, we think we're the landlords, we're not. We're the noisy frat house tenants leaving beer cans in the front yard. Mother Earth's one eviction notice away from tossing our Xbox out the window. And I love the way people say, oh, we have to protect the environment. What does that even mean? Protect it from what? Us. You think the environment lies awake at night worrying about us? Oh no, Chad forgot to recycle his LaCroix can. We're doomed? No, the environment doesn't care. The environment has a whole set of tools you haven't even seen yet. Hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, oh, just the warm-ups. That's the stretching routine. You ever see an F5 tornado rip through a town? Houses turn to matchsticks, cars flying through the air, cows spinning around like they're in a blender commercial. And the next day, the grass is green again. Birds are chirping. Nature's fine. People, not so fine. Nature doesn't send thoughts and prayers. Nature just keeps on going. And the arrogance. We're killing the planet, now you're killing yourselves. Big difference. The planet will recover. The forests will grow back, the oceans will refill, the air will clear. Give it a few thousand years, a blink in geological time, and the only sign we were ever here will be a few weird plastic lumps and maybe Mount Rushmore staring out of the dirt like some creepy Easter Island heads. Hey, what the hell was this about? That'll be Earth's mystery. Us. We'll be the fossil fuel for the next round of critters. The planet's not fragile, it's tough. You're fragile. You can't even handle dairy anymore. Half of you are lactose intolerant. The other half are gluten intolerant. You think the Earth is intolerant. The Earth eats asteroids for breakfast. You ever see pictures of Chernobyl? Nuclear meltdown, total disaster, humans had to pack up and leave. And what happened? Nature moved in. Wolves, bears, deer, all hanging out like it's Club Med. The trees are thick, the rivers are flowing, the birds are singing. That's nature saying, thanks for leaving, humans. We redecorated. We like it better this way. Meanwhile, people act like the planet is delicate. Delicate. The Earth is a 4.5 billion-year-old rock flying through space at 67,000 miles an hour, spinning around a giant nuclear fireball. You're the delicate one. You get a paper cut and cry. The Earth takes asteroid impacts and shrugs. And every time there's a natural disaster, what do people say? This was the worst hurricane ever. Mother Nature is angry. No, this is what she does. It's her job. Hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes. It's the Earth stretching its muscles. You don't yell at the dog for shaking off the fleas. You're the fleas. And you don't save the dog by putting flea powder on yourself. But people still say, we have to fight climate change. No, you don't fight climate change. You adjust or you die. The Earth doesn't care. The Earth's climate has been changing since day one. Tropical forests in Antarctica, deserts under the sea, ice sheets a mile thick covering half the planet. And you? You're upset because summer's hotter than last year. No kidding. It's been hotter, it's been colder, and it'll keep changing long after you're gone. But people love to feel important. They love to think they're the heroes in the story. We must save the planet for our children and our children's children. Newsflash, your kids are already screwed. They'll be lucky if they can afford rent, let alone save the planet. The planet doesn't need saving. It needs a break from you. The only thing you're saving is your place on the guest list. And the truth is, the Earth will outlast every one of your grand causes. When the sun finally swells up into a red giant and burns the Earth to a crisp, there won't be any Greenpeace volunteers chaining themselves to the sun yelling a stop. You're killing the environment. And you know who's really in trouble? You. You can't drink the water without filtering it. You can't breathe the air without inhalers. You can't go outside without sunscreen or bug spray. You're like high-maintenance pets. The Earth doesn't need you. The Earth isn't begging you to stay. It's got volcanoes, tectonic plates, solar radiation. You're lucky you lasted this long. Every species before you thought they'd be around forever, too. Ask the trilobites. Oh, wait, you can't. They're fossil. The dinosaurs thought they were pretty hot stuff, too. Big tough running the show for millions of years, then boom, asteroid says hello. No evacuation plan, no FEMA relief, no dinosaur benefit concert. Just lights out. And now you're the next comedy act. People are so worried about their legacy. They want to leave behind art, culture, civilization. You know what the Earth leaves behind? Lava flows and canyons. That's legacy. You build a skyscraper, the Earth builds the Grand Canyon. Your building lasts 100 years. The canyon's been around millions, and it's still deepening. Who's the real architect? You pave over the wetlands to put in a shopping mall, and then 20 years later the mall is dead and the wetlands are creeping back through the cracks in the parking lot. The Earth always wins. You're temporary, disposable, replaceable. The Earth doesn't even notice you're gone. So go ahead, keep saying you're saving the planet. Print the t-shirts, hold the rallies, ban the plastic straws. It makes you feel good, like you're making a difference. But the planet doesn't need your help. You're the ones on the endangered species list. You're the problem, and you're the ones who are screwed. The planet is fine. The people are fucked. You know, people keep saying technology made us smarter? Smarter. Yeah, right. We've got all this technology, all these gadgets, and we're dumber than we've ever been. We walk around with these little glowing toys in our pockets, and people act like that makes them geniuses. No, it doesn't. It just means you've got a fancier way to prove how stupid you are. We've got the entire sum of human knowledge in our hands, and what do we use it for? Watching videos of cats falling off tables and arguing about who won American Idol. That's your modern enlightenment. You ever watch people on their phones? They don't look smart. They look like zombies. Heads down, thumbs twitching, drool running down their chin. They're not thinking, they're not learning, they're scrolling. Staring at Facebook like it's the Dead Sea Scrolls. Oh, look, Aunt Linda posted another picture of her casserole. You've got the Library of Congress, the Encyclopedia Britannica, every great work of literature ever written, all available instantly. And you're clicking on a top 10 celebrities who age badly. That's what technology did for you. It made you stupid with options, and people brag about it, they brag. I've got a smartphone. It's got apps. It's got GPS. It's got 4G. Yeah, but you can't find your way to the next town without it telling you where to turn. A turn left. Recalculating. Make a U-turn. Remember when people used to read maps? Remember maps? Big paper things that folded out like an accordion and took up the whole front seat of the car. Your dad's swearing, your mom's flipping it upside down, and somehow you still got there. People used to figure things out. Now if the GPS dies, people panic like children lost at the mall. Oh my God, I don't know where I live. You don't know because you never paid attention. The machine did it for you. That's the trick. The smarter the technology gets, the dumber you get. Used to be you knew people's phone numbers. You had a whole list memorized. Your best friend, your mom, maybe even your girlfriend's number hidden under a fake name so your wife wouldn't find it. Now, lose your contacts. You're finished. You don't know a soul. People are standing there with a $700 phone, but they can't call their brother because they never learned the number. You're not smart. The phone is smart. You're just borrowing its brain for a while. And spelling. Oh boy, spelling. Autocorrect has ruined spelling. People can't spell their own names anymore. They start typing, the phone finishes it for them. Try spelling unnecessary without help. You can't. Half the time you're not even close. And when autocorrect kicks in, it still screws it up. You want a text, "I'm coming home now," and it sends, "I'm combing gnome cow." Now you've got to explain why you're assaulting livestock with a hairbrush. Technology didn't make you smarter. It just made your mistakes faster. And people think texting is an upgrade from talking. No, it's not. It's lazier. You don't have to form full sentences. You don't even use words. You use abbreviation. Hello, RB. OMG, that's not communication. That's Morse code for morons. You've got people who can't hold a 2-minute conversation, but they can type a lol 15 times in a row. And half the time, they're not even laughing. Nobody's laughing out loud. They're sitting there with a dead stare, typing a lol because they don't know what else to say. That's your brave new world. And don't get me started on emojis. Oh, people love their little smiley faces. Can't say I'm happy. Gotta send a yellow face with a grin. Can't say I love you. Gotta send a heart. Can't say I'm mad. Gotta send an angry cartoon. That's what you've come to. Back to hieroglyphics. You think you're advanced, but you're just Egyptians with better shoes. And then there's Facebook. The great connector of humanity. Yeah, right. It connected you to people you stopped talking to for a reason. Old classmates, ex-boyfriends, creepy cousins. Now they're all back in your life posting pictures of their dinner. That's progress. Look at my salad. Who cares? And Twitter. Oh, Twitter. 140 characters or less. That's perfect for this generation, people who can't handle a paragraph. You can't even read a menu without getting bored, but you're going to change the world in 140 characters. Give me a break. Technology didn't fix stupidity, it broadcast it. Used to be stupid people had to keep their dumb ideas to themselves. Now they've got YouTube channels. Anybody with a webcam thinks they're a star. They sit in their basement ranting about lizard people, and 1 million idiots subscribe. That's not progress, that's mass distribution of ignorance. Congratulations, you've globalized stupidity. And video games? Don't even get me started. People sit in front of a screen for 12 hours pretending to be soldiers, pretending to be athletes, pretending to be gangsters. Whole lives wasted pushing buttons. I'm a level 85 wizard. No, you're not. You're not. You're an unemployed guy in sweatpants. Kids used to play outside, scrape their knees, learn something. Now they sit inside with headsets screaming at strangers in Ohio. Real advanced. And here's the funny part, every new gadget, every new invention, it's always supposed to save time. Save time! Save time, that's the promise. Computers, cell phones, email, all designed to save time. And what do you do with all that saved time? Nothing. You waste it. You stare at screens longer, you scroll longer, you check email 50 times a day. You're not saving time. You're filling it with nonsense. You're busier than ever and dumber than before. So don't tell me technology made you smarter. It didn't. It made you dependent. It made you lazy. It made you fragile. The more gadgets you get, the less you can do on your own. Take it all away. The phones, the internet, the GPS, the Google, and you'd have people crying in the streets, lost, helpless, begging for instructions. That's not intelligent. That's domestication. Technology isn't making you pets, and the people are fucked. You know what cracks me up? People actually think they're in charge of nature. Like human beings got promoted to manager of the earth and the rest of the natural world is waiting around for our instructions. Excuse me, sir, should we let the river flow today, or do you want us to take a 5-minute break? The arrogance is incredible. People act like they're the babysitters of the planet. Nature's been here billions of years before you, and it'll be here billions of years after you, but somehow you think you're the boss. You think the trees are waiting for your approval. The mountains are sitting there like, gee, I hope Chad remembered to sign the recycling petition. Otherwise I might crumble. Nature doesn't give a damn about you. You walk around thinking you've tamed the earth. You build some cities, lay down some asphalt, and suddenly you think you've conquered nature. Yeah? Go ahead, put your concrete on top of it. Nature is patient. Nature waits. That little weed in the crack of your driveway, that's nature laughing at you. That weed doesn't care that you've got a mortgage, a Home Depot loyalty card, and a bottle of Roundup. That weed is stronger than you. That weed will be here after your mortgage is dust. The moment you turn your back, boom, it's back, pushing through the pavement like it owns the place. That's nature. Patient, relentless, undefeated. But people keep saying, oh, we're destroying nature. No, you're not. You're just making it inconvenient for yourselves. Nature doesn't even notice. You build a city, she waits. You poison the river, she waits. You bomb the hell out of each other, she waits. Then one day you're gone and she moves right back in like she never left. Look at Pompeii. The whole city buried under volcanic ash. People gone in an instant. And now, flowers, trees, vines, nature redecorated. She didn't hold a grudge, she just said, okay, new tenants. That's what she does. And here's where the arrogance comes in. People actually think they can outsmart nature. They invent all this technology, strut around with smartphones and satellites and think they're running the show. Oh, look at us. We've got air conditioning, we've got self-driving cars, we've got apps that deliver pizza in under 30 minutes. Yeah, but the moment nature decides to sneeze, all your toys are worthless. One hurricane, your house is a pile of wet plywood. One earthquake, your skyscraper's a Jenga tower on tilt. One volcano and you're a human marshmallow. And what do people do after a disaster? They stand there shocked. Oh my God, how could this happen? It happened because you built your house on a floodplain, Karen. You thought your homeowners association was stronger than Mother Nature. She doesn't read your bylaws. You think you've conquered nature because you have central heating? Wait until the power goes out. Suddenly, you're back in the Stone Age, huddling under blankets, rubbing two sticks together, crying into a flashlight. You're not in charge. You never were. You're like a toddler with a plastic hammer, thinking you're building the Empire State Building. Nature lets you play along. Then one day she taps you on the shoulder and says, the game's over, kid. And the funny part? The funny part? People mistake nature's patience for weakness. They see the calm, the quiet, and think, we've got this under control. No, you don't. You've just been lucky. Nature's not weak. Nature's the heavyweight champ who doesn't even need to train anymore. She knows she's going to win. She doesn't rush. She doesn't panic. She's got time. She's sitting there like, take your selfies, build your condos, put your little flags on the moon. Oh, wait, I've got a few million years to kill. That's patience. And it's not just disasters. Look at the little stuff. You cut down a forest, and before you know it, saplings are popping up through the cracks. You drain a swamp, and 10 years later, you've got frogs and mosquitoes moving back in like they own the deed. You pave a parking lot, and grass finds its way through. That's nature saying you thought this was permanent? Cute. Watch me. You can't beat patience like that. You've got a human lifespan of maybe 80 years if you're lucky. Nature plays on a scale of centuries, millennia, eons. You're not even in the same league. You're like a mosquito bragging about how it outsmarted a lion. The mosquito's lifespan is 24 hours. The lion doesn't even notice. But people, oh boy, they've got egos. They think they're smarter than the lion. They think they're smarter than the weather. They've got charts, graphs, meteorologists on TV. But we've got Doppler radar. We can predict the storm. Yeah, and half the time you're wrong. How many times have they said it's sunny skies all week? Then you're out in the rain like an idiot holding a paper bag. Nature doesn't care about your Doppler. You're guessing. You've been guessing since you looked up at the clouds and thought they were angry gods. And now you got fancier guesses, but they're still guesses. Meanwhile, you keep inventing things to fight her. Pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. And every time you invent a new poison, she invents a new bug that's immune to it. You're in an arms race with the bacteria in your own toilet. That's right. The germs in your sink are winning. You pump antibiotics into your body like candy, and now the bacteria are stronger than ever. You're breeding superbugs. Congratulations, Einstein. You just built the next plague. Nature's patience again. She lets you celebrate your little victory. Then boom, new virus, new flu, new disease. And what do? Panic? Stockpile toilet paper. Because apparently when the world ends, the one thing you can't live without is Charmin. And don't get me started on climate change. People say, oh, we're changing the climate. We're altering the planet. No, you're altering your ability to live here. The climate doesn't care. The climate's been changing since day one. It's gone from fireball to ice cube and back again. You think your SUVs are going to throw it off balance? The earth yawns at your SUVs. You're just making it harder for yourself. You're turning up the thermostat in your own apartment and then wondering why you're sweating. Meanwhile, nature doesn't mind. Nature adjusts. New plants, new animals, new balance. You might not be part of it, but nature will be fine. The truth is, you're not running nature. Nature is running you. Every breath you take depends on the trees, the oceans, the bacteria in the soil. You think you're independent, but you're not. You're a tenant living rent-free in nature's house. And rent is due. You can't pay with hashtags and reusable straw. Nature doesn't accept Visa. Nature accepts extinction. And she's patient enough to wait you out, so keep building your cities, keep flying your planes, keep drilling your oil. Have fun with your toys. Nature's watching. And when she's ready, she'll collect. Because in the end, she doesn't need you, you need her. And she's got all the time in the world to remind you. The planet will be just fine, but you'll be the ones packing your bags.